Why should we even listen to you if you're a beginner who posted one episode? I posted my first episode. Have you? In all fairness, posting my first episode has given me a lot of insight compared to when I didn't. And I think I have just a few things from my own experience that can really help. So you can take this with a grain of salt and take what you like and what you don't. But this might help someone who may be struggling in the same position I was, where they basically are planning, 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 and nothing is coming out of them. That sounded weird. Nothing is being produced, and they just feel really lost and trapped. So I genuinely think I have something to say. So, what inspired this series? What inspired a lot of my work was an artist called Get Sleep 1200 on Instagram. I saw a video of them online for a while and I just thought, this looks really cool. And I looked at more of their work. It had this really eerie, but such a pretty vibe. And while I'm not able to get their exact style, I think the feeling of a liminal space was added. This show was called the Liminal Space Show before it became Court of Dreams. And eventually, it developed into this really dreamlike state where everyone is basically talking in their dreams. And I really like that part because people already know that dream sequences are kind of lazy and it can be kind of lazy depending on how you use them. But what if you decided the dream itself was the story? And that's really fun to me. It also can be reminds me of Company of Wolves. Company of Wolves, you go back and forth between the real world and the dream world. Not too much, but just enough. The story itself is really broad, really freaky, but it's also very beautiful. Uh, and the director did such an amazing job that by the time I finished it, I was kind of like, whoa, I don't know what to do with this, but I know I gotta use something. Why did it take you only 3 months to finish this when your other projects have taken 2 years to plan? Not to mention you've had different issues. Perfectionism is the reason a lot of the other episodes did not pan out. I took only 3 months to do this, basically writing everything like a movie, making sure I got from beginning to end exactly what I wanted. And I did not do so much rewriting after that. I rewrite as I'm going along because when I think of my stories, they're constantly developing in my head. I'm trying to figure out what the characters want even more. And that doesn't come till much, much later until I'm thinking about it for hours. So instead of waiting, I just decided I'll do a small, sort of pilot teaser episode and continue from there. The reason those other projects didn't pan out was because I was so focused on being perfect that I didn't know what to do when it wasn't going to be a complete success. And I just stopped posting altogether. My channel, you can see there's such a gap between videos that it does not make any sense why I'm not posting. Because I have some decent ideas. Maybe they're not gonna go viral, but I still make videos that I would say are pretty good. So taking that time to just give myself a deadline, tell myself you don't have a choice anymore. Just keep going. And when I say I don't have a choice anymore, so this is now kind of my I need to put myself together project. So I really hope it works out. And if it doesn't, I'll move on to another one. I've got plenty in my head. What did you learn from making your first episode? Anything you'd like to share with the audience? What I've learned from making my first episode is that nothing you do as a beginner is set in stone. You will learn new techniques, new things. That's the joy of animation. Nothing is set in stone until you keep trying. And that's a given. From a different animator, I'll put his social media up here. I watched his video, and one thing he said was that when he was working on Smiling Friends, was nothing was set in stone. And I really like that because I can decide as an indie animator to just use different things that would bring the episode maybe more creepiness or cuteness or beauty. And it's such a joy to do that because it means you get to be more yourself, you get to add more to the story, and it gets really interesting to do. So that's one. Never set in stone. Two, you'll learn more if you post more. Post more of your receipts, just little things, even if that. I've learned more from posting different drawings in the past only month than I have had in the 3 years I was posting on YouTube. I have learned how to make better thumbnails, and it's small, but getting from a 1 point to a 2.2 on your click-through rate is a really big difference when you are trying so hard and putting in so much work. Another thing I've learned is it's difficult but not impossible. Things will happen that will cause your episodes to delay, or maybe you'll find, oh, this doesn't work. Post it anyway and just say, well, it was difficult, but I did it. It's difficult but not impossible. That's the motto I want to live by, because there are so many good things out there that we know are good for us, but we don't want to do them because it's hard. And yeah, it's okay if something's hard, but if you really want it that badly, you should be able to say you really want it and get to it, because truly, truly, if you want it that badly, you will make the effort to do it. And that's what I'm trying to do now, make the actual effort. When you say your project didn't pan out, what do you mean? This is a loaded question. I've had 2 projects before. One was the Deck of Heroes that was inspired just from the name, because my sister was watching Love Gacha and I just saw the name and I could do better than that. And I tried to, never posted it. Just a redesign video that you can watch on my channel. Then there was Magic in Time. I will give a backstory for Magic in Time. I was so into this during the when AI was really booming that my brother had convinced me to use AI to check if I was being a good writer. I used it as an editor for a little bit, but it just kept looking worse and worse and worse, and I just got tired of it, so I dropped AI, thankfully. There was a time when people were using AI because it was new and cool and people really thought it was fun. I got videos back on it that show that we thought AI was going to be a good thing. So, lesson learned there. You live and learn. Things change. So, the reason was that I was so picky. Like I said, my episodes take time to develop in my head. I learn about the characters on the way. And it's better to learn as they go than to just be stagnant and think you have to have everything. I would say write like you're writing a 90s show, which is start and keep going. They didn't have everything figured out. There are plenty of retcons in a lot of shows if you check them out. Even shows now like Miraculous Ladybug have a lot of retcons, and those are fine. They're not bad storytelling. People just didn't understand their character all the time. And that's okay. There are certain instances where, yes, you can say it's bad writing, but nobody understands a character completely to the point they know everything about them, unless they're planning it for years. I had taken about 4 years for the other projects, so now I'm just done with taking years to do that. I need to put episodes out, otherwise I'm not an animator, I'm just someone who claims to animate. Despite low views compared to others, why will you continue to make episodes? I will continue to make episodes because I truly love making stories. Like I said before, if this one doesn't pan out and doesn't succeed for a good while, I'll switch to something else. I love a lot of other things. I like romance, like adventure stories, action, fantasy, sci-fi. There are many things in my head. I have so many things that can come up from just time to time. If I go into my notes folder, I have very many videos just about random nonsense. I've got a series where monsters live in an apartment building that a girl owns. I've got another one where outcasts of many fantasy creatures come together to defeat a god. I have so many other things that I'm willing to do. So if this doesn't work, I'm still going to keep going on and making more stuff. How can we support the series and you? So you can support me by going to my Patreon. You can get access to all the behind the scenes, even more, and longer versions of this speed page here, a full 1 hour of it. And you can also support me by going to my newsletter on Substack, where I will be announcing different things like a merch store or any online or digital products. I especially really am looking forward to making coloring pages and coloring books. I find them really nostalgic and comforting, and I think those would be really to your interest if you're into this. And the best way to support is to watch these videos because they are the reason that any of this is getting made. And if you can't support financially, then you can support through watching the videos that I'm providing. Final question. Can the audience ask you a question? Yeah, definitely ask me questions if you have seen any of my work. I would really appreciate if you did ask me anything. I understand that it's a really small community and we really want to be supportive of each other. So if anything, I would love for you any of you to ask questions in the comments and definitely check out Court of Dreams. It was a lot of work to animate. You can actually see the speed paint is what the whole episode. So please do enjoy, and I hope you like it. So thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye!